Hello, sports fans. This is Stephen here with Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. We're going to be covering the Western Conference semifinals, where you have the Minnesota Timberwolves taking on the Denver Nuggets. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube so you can get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Looking at this matchup right now, you have to keep in mind the Minnesota Timberwolves are coming off hot, beating the Phoenix Suns. When you look at Ant-Man, when you look at Karl Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert, they literally have put their stamp on that series, and they said, look, we are alpha blood. We are coming for this NBA title. The only problem is they're standing in the way of the defending champion Denver Nuggets, who have Jokic, Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray. They have a lot of different pieces. So this is going to be probably the best second-round series of anybody because of the potential scoring, because of the defense, because of the coaching, because of the playmaking on both sides of the ball. Now, mind you, Ant-Man has taken over the team. Karl Anthony Towns has come back, and he's playing in the role of Robin and not Batman. You're seeing exactly how it doesn't matter if Ant-Man's having a good shooting game or not. They're going to continuously attack the rim. It doesn't matter if it's jump shots. It doesn't matter if it's layups. It doesn't matter what it is. They're crashing the boards, and they're making their size a big deal. You saw it against Phoenix because Rudy Gobert is 7 foot. Karl Anthony Towns is 7 foot. They are crowding the rim and making sure that they can offensively rebound. And when they don't, they're getting in transition back on defense to where it's not really an advantage for the other team. You saw how they slowed down Kevin Durant, Booker, and also Bradley Beal. So from the standpoint, they let the three get theirs, and then they took away everything else from everybody else. If you're going to score 40, KD, if you're going to score 40, Devin Booker, if you're going to score 20 points, Bradley Beal, that's fine. We'll live with that. We're going to score 140 points, 130 points, and nobody else on the team is going to get theirs. They suffocated people on the defensive end of the ball because their size, the way that they move, the way that they switch on screens, and that's the crazy thing because Ant-Man is loving to play defense. He's playing offense as well. The big thing for the Nuggets is Jokic is going to have to take advantage of those mismatches when he has them in the post. When you don't have Karl Anthony Towns on him, when you don't have Rudy Gobert on him, he's going to have to punish whoever's on the post with him and then go at them directly. Jamal Murray is going to have problems guarding people in this series because he's still injured a little bit. But you got to think, Ant-Man is going to face defenders like Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray. He's going to face every single defender you can think of because they're going to have to throw multiple bodies at him. I think the X factor for this, for them to be effective, is Aaron Gordon for the Nuggets, and it's going to be Ant-Man for the Minnesota Timberwolves. This team goes as far as Ant-Man goes, and again, he doesn't have to have the ball to be a playmaker. Defensively, we saw him put his hands up and get steals, get blocks. We saw him crash the boards and take rebounds from KD. So it's a part of this team that's not trying to hear, oh, next year's your year. A part of this team is saying, okay, we won our first round series. Why can't we win our second round? You know, so many people talked about Denver and what they did to Minnesota. They didn't have Karl Anthony Towns. They didn't have a full squad. And you got to think, you have the sixth man of the year of the Minnesota Timberwolves. You have a full deck of players that can come out and play different positions. It's not one position they play for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think from the standpoint, if Denver and Jamal Murray, Caldwell Pope, and Brown, if they can start hitting those threes early in the series, that's going to stretch out the Minnesota Timberwolves a little bit to where they can't all camp in the paint. But you're going to have something that's going to have to bring those guys out. They're not going to come out there by the three-point line and live. So it's tough. Jokic and Murray have to be the leaders on this team. You got to keep in mind, from the standpoint, if Aaron Gordon gets to cooking on offense, that's going to help them a little bit. That's going to help balance them out. But they're going to need a full, balanced plethora of attack in order to beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. These young guys are coming. These young cats are coming. And I think this is going to be Denver's toughest matchup because of the amount of bodies you could throw at Jokic. Remember, the last time we saw Jokic have problems in the finals was against the LA Lakers in the bubble. And what did they do? They threw Dwight Howard at him. They threw nothing but 7-footers at him. They threw bigs at him to where now he's getting multiple looks. And Dwight Howard actually muscled him, bodied him. What does Rudy Gobert like to do? He likes to play one-on-one defense. He likes to guard his man one-on-one. And yes, he can get cooked. Don't get me wrong. As long as everybody's not cooking him, that's fine. Jokic can cook him. He's going to get the best of him a little bit. But Rudy Gobert is going to be so crucial because not only can he get up and alter shots, block shots, make somebody have to pass out into the double team and go somewhere else where they're shooting a lower percentage shot. So I think that's an advantage for Minnesota, and I'm picking the upset in this one. I've seen enough that I need to see to know that Denver's good, but the Lakers really outplayed them in that series. They just lost in crucial moments. The Lakers had so many chances to beat Denver in so many games, but they turned the ball over late. They took the foot off the gas pedal late. They didn't exercise boxing out. They didn't exercise doing the little things like transition defense. So that's why they were able to squeak past the Lakers like that. And I think that the Minnesota Timberwolves coaching staff is going to be on top of it. They're going to cover every angle. They're going to cover every outlet, and you're going to see coach versus coach, and that's going to be the final factor of this. Will Denver outcoach Minnesota? I don't think it's going to happen. I think the more talented roster is with Minnesota right now, and I think that you have those three. The big three of Minnesota is bigger than the big three of Denver. I know you got Michael Porter and company. I know you have other guys that are 6'10 and stuff like that, but it's a difference. The Minnesota Timberwolves live in a camp in the paint. This is where they make their money. This is where they slash, attack, get to the foul line. Boom, boom, boom. So Denver, you're going to be prepared to play a full 7-game series in this one. I'm picking the Minnesota Timberwolves in 7 games to win this series in a very close, competitive Western Conference semifinal matchup. Are you Timberwolves fans? Are you Nuggets fans? Get in the comment section below. Definitely check out Sports Choice Plus, and we'll see you on the very next video.